If you're like me, you love to travel but hate to pack. So today I'm going to share my top 5 packing tips with you. By the end of this video, you'll be packing like a pro and leaving unnecessary items at home. Stay tuned till the end to learn how to get my free downloadable PDF packing list. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify this packing process. So my first tip is to plan your outfits. So if you do this, it's going to help you know what exactly you need to pack before you start the packing process. And to do this, I always use my packing list. There's a section on there for outfits, and it has tops, bottoms, dresses, and then there's a place for shoes and other accessories too. But we'll talk more about that later. But if you plan out your outfits, you're not going to end up with, 7 shirts and 7 bottoms that don't really go together, that you can't repurpose and mix and match. You're going to have a well thought out plan when you know exactly what you're going to wear every single day. And also account for evening clothing changes, like if you're going to go to fancy dinners or shows or things that you need to wear different clothes to, go ahead and account for those too, but try to repurpose some of the other items that you're going to be wearing throughout, the other days. So this works really well if you dress in layers, and that leads right into my next tip. Tip number 2 is to bring layers. So this advice is twofold. First, you want to dress in layers, and second, you want to pack in layers. Your on-the-road wardrobe should have plenty of layers to help you jet set through any climates in style and comfort. Does anyone else freeze on airplanes? If so, drop a snowflake emoji down in the comments below. I like to find out what things we have in common, and your comments really, really help me, so I super appreciate it. If you're cold on an airplane, drop a snowflake emoji. So the second piece of that is to pack in layers. TSA agents say that if you pack in layers, like clothes 1 layer, shoes 1 layer, electronics 1 layer, and kind of have things all neat and categorized in your suitcase, it's easier for them to scan your bag and get it through the security scanner so you can get through the airport security lines much faster. So that's kind of probably a tip not a lot of people know about. I know packing cubes are really popular these days, and a lot of people like to roll their clothes, which some of those tips can be super useful and can save space. But it just depends, like if you're having a carry-on bag only, I would highly suggest packing in those layers so TSA can get you through security much quicker. Now, a checked bag, it still has to go through security and through a scanner, but it's not like you're standing there waiting on it, so it's not necessarily as big a deal, and that's where maybe packing cubes and rolling those clothes might come in a little bit more in handy. But carry-ons, I would always suggest to pack in those neat layers so TSA can easily see what's in your bag. Tip number 3 is to bring pieces of clothing that are easy to mix and match. So if you stick to a color palette that is more neutral, so like black, brown, gray, and blue, these pieces are going to be super easy to mix and match. And if you accidentally spill something on a piece that you were planning to rewear, you can easily find a substitute. It's not going to be such a big deal. So I recommend sticking to this color palette so you can easily mix and match. And 2, it helps your shoes to be more versatile. So if you only are bringing 3 pairs of shoes, if you stick to the same color palette, it's going to be a lot more easy to have those shoes go with everything. So you might be thinking that this color palette sounds a little blah, and I wouldn't disagree. But remember, you can always accessorize and add pops of color with your accessories. So belts, jewelry, purses or bags, even shoes. Just remember there are other ways to add color than your actual wardrobe pieces. This doesn't mean to add your whole jewelry box to your suitcase, but bring 1 or 2 statement pieces that really stand out and have some color, and then bring a few more practical pieces that can go with many outfits. And remember, a scarf or other items, even shoes, can really change up a look and feel of an outfit. So just remember and keep those things in mind, that you can really transform a look with those accessories. packing hack number 4 is to use your personal item wisely. So most airlines will allow each passenger to bring on a personal item and a carry-on item. So those personal items and carry-on items are subject to size requirements, and they vary by airline. But something like a laptop bag, backpack, larger tote, all those things are acceptable for a personal item. It's super helpful to leverage that personal item allowance. So instead of bringing and wasting your personal item allowance on a tiny purse, go ahead and bring a larger bag that you can stick a smaller size purse or wallet inside of, and that way you can add extra shoes or accessories or a few clothing items just in case your check bag gets lost. And then you can also have all those other things that you will want to use during your flight at an arm's reach. Something that'll fit underneath the seat in front of you is the best option. That way, if you want to pull out electronics or reading material or what have you during the flight, it's right there where you can reach it without getting out of your seat. So tip number 5 is to use a packing list. And I know I alluded to this a little bit earlier, but this is probably my most valuable tip. I have kind of developed my own packing list along the way. I've refined it and I've come up with the ultimate packing list, and I'm actually going to share with you today a PDF version of it if you would like. It's just helped me to be super organized, and when I don't use a packing list and plan out my outfits and all that stuff, I'm just not nearly as organized, and I usually end up forgetting something. Having one place to brain dump all those items that you don't want to forget or leave behind just helps the packing process to go so much more smoothly. So like I said, I want to share my packing list with you today. I'm going to put the URL down in the description box below. All you have to do is copy and paste that into your internet browser. So unfortunately, I can't add links yet to my description box. I need to get at least 1,000 subscribers to do that and increase my watch time, and I'm sure you guys are going to help me out by subscribing to my YouTube channel. But once I get there, I'll be able to add those links. But in the meantime, just copy and paste. So copy that link out of the description box below and into your internet browser in the URL bar, and it will take you to the landing page where you can get my PDF packing list. All you have to do is enter your email address, and I am going to email you that PDF link. So hopefully you will find the packing list super helpful. So there are several sections on the packing list. The top section talks about your trip details, so your destination, how many days you're going to be gone, and what the weather is going to look like, so you can pack accordingly. The next section is for outfits, so there'll be a place for tops, bottoms, and then dresses. If you're not going to bring any dresses, or you want to use the dresses column for shoes, sometimes I do that. There is another section for shoes, but which I still fill that in to know which shoes I'm bringing. But if I want to plan my outfits and say which shoes are going to go with which outfits, sometimes I'll use that dresses column just so there's not a bunch of empty space if I'm not bringing any dresses. For outfits, if you're going to have evening outfit changes or you have more than 7 days, I recommend using the back side of the packing list. If you print it off on your printer, obviously the back side is going to be blank. So you can go ahead and just enter evening outfits, or if you have additional days, you can put those on the back side. The next section is other clothing. So things like underwear, workout clothes, pajamas, all that is in the next section under other clothing items. And then there's a section for shoes and bags. And then there's another section for accessories. There's a section for toiletries and electronics, including chargers. You don't want to forget those chargers. That would be catastrophic. And then the last 2 sections are travel essentials, and these are things that I covered. A lot of these things are things that I covered in my travel essentials video, so I'll link that video here in the card somewhere. If you haven't seen that one, check it out. I have lots of good travel essentials. And then the very last section is medications. So if you take any medications over the counter or prescription medications, you want to make sure that you have enough of those to last you through your trip, especially those prescriptions that you can't pick up as easily when you're not at home. And I would always recommend putting those medications, especially prescription medications, in your carry-on bag or your personal items. So just in case your luggage gets lost, your check bag gets lost, you still have those essential medications that you need. Over-the-counter stuff that I'm talking about is like Advil, Tylenol, and antacid, eye drops, things like that that you might possibly need on your journeys. And then again, I'll use the back side of the page for overflow items. Sometimes there's room in the margin to make little notes as well, but if there's like specific makeup items I'm bringing or special clothing for a special event that I'm bringing, I'll put that on the back. Any items, any travel essentials or beauty items, toiletries that I need to be a little bit more specific about that's not on the front side or there's not room on the front side for, I'll just put that stuff on the back side. Especially things that I need to grab the morning of. So kind of on the back side, I'll make a little box for things to make sure that I grab the morning of. That way I'm not scrambling when I'm kind of tired and groggy and trying to get out the door to the airport. I know exactly the things that I haven't put in my bag yet that I need to pick up and throw in before I head out the door. So if you're interested, please check out that packing list. All you have to do is copy and paste that URL that's down in the description box below. I would love to share it with you, and please let me know what you think. Send me an email or comment on this video. Let me know how you like the packing list, if there's anything I could adjust to make it better and more user-friendly for you. Please let me hear that feedback. I'm super interested. Also, if you found this video valuable, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload. I upload new videos every single Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Time, and I'll post on all of our social media accounts when that video goes live. So be sure and follow us on all of our socials. I'll put them up on the screen here and in the description box below, and we'd love to have you as part of our community. Thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out with me today and watching this video all the way till the end. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.